This terrible news started filtering in only a few hours ago in the early hours of the morning here. So far, we've heard from Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, who described Mr. Mandela as a true Gandhian. A giant among men has passed away. This is as much a loss for India as it is for South Africa, Mr. Singh said. We've also heard from the Indian President, Pranab Mukherjee, who described Mr. Mandela as a great friend of India, one whose contributions towards strengthening the ties between these two countries will always be remembered. Thousands of Indians have taken to social network sites, paying rich tribute to a man who influenced India as much as he was influenced by it.
And Mandakini, as I said at the beginning there, I mean, India, one of those places that Mandela perhaps always felt very attached to.
That's right. Mr. Mandela was deeply inspired by Mahatma Gandhi's principles of ahimsa or non-violence and the right to self-determination for a people. In fact, Mr. Gandhi had himself shaped his core philosophy while he was still in South Africa. He spent close to 20 years in race-divided South Africa as a young lawyer before returning to India to lead the country's independence movement. Now, Mr. Mandela had, of course, read his writings while he was in prison, and years later, on a visit to India, he said, "Years ago, you gave us Mohandas the man, and we returned him to you as Mahatma Gandhi." Now, Mr. Mandela's first visit to India was in 1991, while he was still a member of the African National Congress. This was his first visit abroad after being released from prison, and he was warmly welcomed by everyone here. He received India's highest civilian honor, the Bharat Ratna, at that time, and till today continues being only one of two non-Indians to ever receive that award. His next visit was in 1995, this time as President of South Africa. And in a very moving speech in Mahatma Gandhi's home state of Gujarat, Mr. Mandela described that 4-day visit as a homecoming. He was respected by Indians. Even today, we have plenty of streets named after Mr. Mandela, and certainly millions of Indians will mourn his loss today.